Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
I am James Irvine.
That he is, and you are listening to The Burning Truth.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening to this episode. I believe we've got a lot to talk. We've got plenty to talk about, bits and bobs, and a bit of a different episode than most.
Winging it.
Hashtag winging it. But before we get on to topics or anything like that, would you be so kind, please?
Yes, I do believe that the watershed is in order.
That it is.
The following broadcast may contain language, opinions, and topics that may not be suitable for younger listeners or for those that are easily offended. However, I do believe that the tweenies are much easier on the eyes and ears.
Tweenies this week?
What?
Tweenies?
What's wrong with the tweenies? Apart from that annoying song.
No, I don't. No, leave it there. Leave it there. I don't want that stuck in my head. I don't want that stuck in my head all week. I don't want my head.
Do you remember SpongeBob? Do you remember SpongeBob when he has like the music worm in his ear or in his brain?
No.
Yes.
No. We're not going down there. But yes, there we go. We've got the audio disclaimer out of the way. So, yes. And with all that, the Burning Truth is in full support of Black Lives Matter.
Also, we advocate hashtag speaking out.
And of course, we always have an available slot available for anybody who wants to discuss either topics, just as long as what?
Sorry, mate, you caught me in a blind spot here.
Don't worry. Just as long as that whenever you are talking about these subjects, that names are not being provided.
Yes, no libelous comments. No. Oh, no. Just no's. All no's round. We don't want to get sued.
No, but basically what we're trying to say is we don't want any names being dropped or anything. If there is any evidence or anything that you need to discuss, as in anything that you want to report and everything, do make the local authorities aware of the situation, and as they will be the best ones to be suited in regards to it.
Yes.
That's the best way. That's the best way we can discuss that. And as you probably sit there saying, did you just hit play on that? No, check every week. We always do it differently every time.
Well, last week it was the Teletubbies, if you remember rightly.
Stay off my social media.
No, I can't.
And don't be. All I'm saying to you is, please don't look, because I don't want to be. I may have to get some pictures removed quickly, because I don't want to be scarring people.
Ah, dear. Also reminds me of another SpongeBob episode there, Mr. Matt Burns, and that would be the one where he sings Ripped Pants. Woo! It's a full moon tonight.
Cheers for that.
You're welcome. I don't even think Harlem's got more crack than you.
That one I did not expect. I didn't. Where the hell did that come from?
Well, clearly it came out of my mouth. So.
Just, what the hell?
Woo!
But yes. As you can probably gather, we're not in the same room as each other, so we are using the power of the internet.
Power of the internet.
But anyway, let's get down to some business of some topics that we want to discuss. For this week, I'm going to be mentioning about the blog, as we always do on the Burning Truth. We recommend you check out the weekly blog every week.
Yes. We put a lot of time and effort into them blogs. All of 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Really?
And then it takes Matt Burns an hour to read it.
No, it does not. But anyway, this week with myself, in case bit of a different, basically a bit of a different topics than I normally do, and a lot shorter than I normally do. But I thought I'd keep straight to the point, get down to business, and discuss more or less what happened for my week, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, mentioning, making sure to mention on the importance of, a bit of mental health and also physical health as well.
Yeah, a bit of physical health. He picked up a banana this week.
Really, saying that I didn't pick a banana up because that's not good for a diabetic.
I didn't say you ate it.
Good point. He has a good point there. Rats, fool me again.
Yep.
But anyway, and I also put a nice little bit of shout out to make sure to check out the following week's blog post. In case you don't know why, check out the blog. That's all I'm just going to say. But anyway, let's quickly move on and get on to the next piece of information, which is once again on TBT, of course, which is going to be TBT Interviews.
Yeah, TBT Interviews, the diamond in a goat's arse.
Diamond in a... Excuse me?
Well, it's like, never mind. Don't matter.
Right, never mind. All I'll just say is we've got the first one already out and ready, which I believe is Jack Knudsen. We've seen that a few people have been checking out, looking into it, and enjoying it. So with that, we can see that you're enjoying it. Shall we stop now?
Well, obviously not.
Obviously
not. No.
Obviously not. We have already got our second one already been done, as in the actual. We've got the actual interview done. However, the editing and everything process is currently underway. So at the moment, we are currently waiting to find out if we can have the next episode ready for this Wednesday.
That's if Matt Burns manages to get off Pornhub and actually get onto the editing program.
I am not on Pornhub at all.
Really?
Really?
Really? Name me a famous Mia.
What?
Name me a famous Mia.
A famous Mia. I don't know anybody by the name of Mia.
Oh, bollocks, come off it.
I didn't.
You lying twat.
I'm being serious.
No, don't believe you.
Right, okay, I'll give you a famous Mia. Let's go with Telrica.
Hang on a minute. Close fucking Google.
What?
I'm going to grass on you to a quizmaster if you're not careful.
I do not do that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I know exactly who you were referring to, and the last time I checked, they're not involved in that anymore.
It doesn't matter.
But the fact that you're actually asking me also begs to differ. Is how do you know that name?
Oh, because I pulled my pud many times. What do you think? Duh.
Anyway.
You just had to ask the question, didn't you?
Anyway, let's just get down to where we were. We've got the second interview, getting the raw audio has already been prepared. We are already lining up the third already.
We just had a message.
What? Would you care to share?
Yeah, this is from a certain quizmaster. Stop Googling.
I don't. I don't.
Oh dear. That is brilliant. That's perfect timing. It really is.
It's not like they can listen into us as we're live.
Oh well, there you go. Anyway, please do continue whilst I bask in this moment.
I thought you were about to say basking in your glory, but we won't go there.
You do remember that this game is called I Win.
And you do realise I am capable of kicking you in the knackers when I see you.
You mean a knick in the knackers?
Yeah.
That's okay, mate. Don't worry about it. Just aim for the left one.
That's fine. Anyway.
If you can reach that high with your legs.
Yes, I can. Anyway, point being is, and don't you even dare even mention I'm a short arse.
Never said a word. Never said a word.
But then again, if I'm not mistaken from last week, I believe you were almost in that club, weren't you?
I am not in that club being a short horse.
Well, some people think you are. Anyway,
yes,
moving on.
That would be to people who are only an inch taller than me. 1 fucking inch, people. 1 inch!
So, are you trying to say that 1 inch matters?
You're going to get hurt, Mr. Burns. Continue with the show. Otherwise, I will break out Herbert.
Right. We shall continue, and I've already been issued a warning of not to kick you in the knickerknackers. Otherwise, I will be cut. I have no idea where that has come from.
I do.
Anyway, we'll continue. We'll continue on. Anyway, point being is we've got plenty of interviews getting lined up. And of course, we are hoping to get it ready for Wednesday, which is, I believe that it was yourself who dubbed it a certain day, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We are going to be calling this Why Wednesdays? Because...
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
And Y is a crooked letter, and Z is no better.
Okay.
See where I was going with that? Do you like that? Do you like it? Do you like it? Put it on a t-shirt. Wear it. Come on.
Get it. Got it. Good.
God damn it! We need to get that on a t-shirt.
It will. Hopefully. As long as we'll have to just check on to see if we can get the if we ever can acquire the copyright for that. But anyway, if we can, we'll get it onto a t-shirt. But anyway, down to business, shall we? What are we discussing this week, shall we say, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, I do believe you want to discuss a bit of AEW.
That we do. Because AEW tonight has got a bit of a big event, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Revolution.
Not one of the major PPVs for AEW, from what I believe, but...
I'd say it's a main one, but then again, take into account, it's going to have some interesting things happening.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not like Full Gear, though, is it really?
No, but it might end up being a bit more messier.
Sweet Jesus, I can hear the ice cream van outside my house.
No.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Anyway, back to where we were. Let's just state the fact that we have got a death match.
Yeah, we've got it's not just any death match.
Yeah.
It is an exploding barbed wire match.
Yeah.
what the actual fuck is one of those, and why is it going to be on TV?
Bearing in mind that it has been on TV before.
I don't remember this.
Uh-oh. I'm about to show my knowledge again.
Oh my god.
Basically, this is going to be the knowledge of the fact that it was Mick Foley and Terry Funk.
Oh, right, okay. Just do me a favour and pull your zipper up because you're showing your genius again.
No, anyway, it was Mick Foley and Terry Funk, and believe me when I say this, like my colleague says, where were they on TV? Bearing in mind, there's not many that are on TV, and 9 out of 10 times when they do get put on TV, they usually get thrown off the air very quickly.
Now, I think it's just one of them I'm going to have to look up because I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
But after seeing the reviews of Kenny Omega and John Moxley's last match, it was a good match, don't get me wrong, but I'd just rather it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, bearing in mind that what they're planning is going to make that look like a cakewalk.
Yeah, exactly. And the last hardcore match that they had, I'll call it a hardcore match because basically that's what it was.
Yeah. Or fight.
Everyone said that it was going too far and blah, blah, blah. Now, if you think that's going too far, the way I'm picturing this exploding barbed wire match, it's not going to end well for somebody.
It usually doesn't. There's usually... Oh, bearing in mind the fact that they're planning explosions.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't know what to expect. I really don't.
Yeah. And I think that's where they're probably pulling on the mystique of it, because bearing in mind this match hasn't been done in a very long time, so the new generation may not know what to expect. So that might bring some numbers in. The only problem I feel as though is it could end up getting a lot of people turn away from it by being too alternative, too much of a going down one side, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's very risky. It's a risky move. It's very bold as well.
Yeah, very. I'll agree with that. It is very bold and very, very risky. But they've got, well, we know one person who's definitely done before, who's done hellacious matches, none other than John Moxley.
Yeah, I know he's done quite a lot of
risky matches. Yes, he has.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of them have been good.
They can be done. It can be good. It can be good. I just hope. For me, I'm just hoping right now that they go down the route of the more known, the well-known route of telling a story.
Yeah, not just like chucking a bunch of barbed wire in the fucking ring with explosions and just going, "Ha, we have a match.
We made a bang."
Yes.
We don't want that. We want it to make sense.
Want it to make sense because, am I right in saying that AEW made 1 million views again?
Yes.
And why did they make 1 million views? Would it be because of a certain Shaquille O'Neal?
It might have something to do with Shaq being there. It might even have something to do with a former WWE wrestler being there.
Yeah.
It could also even involve in a scoop that was mentioned.
A what?
A scoop.
A scoop.
Yeah, a news scoop from the former Big Show, Paul White.
You see, when you say things, you're rather cryptic. And then you say other things, and I think, what the fuck is he on about now?
Right, basically, we could be we're most likely having a new.
No! I got you. You could have just said a news scoop rather than just a scoop, because I could easily say a scoop of what? Ice cream?
Yes, you.
Got you stumped again, Anna.
Just, it's not even Wednesday, and why? Just why?
It was on the tip of your tongue that I wanted just to tell me to fuck off.
No, it wasn't. It was just why?
Oh, fuck off, Irvine.
Screw you, Irvine.
Screw you guys and go home. But you're at home. That's why we're doing this like
Make
this.
it even more messed up.
Because I can guarantee you that if we were behind a desk, we'd be doing this on video and we'd be holding hands.
Singing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anyway, the point being is we've got plenty to talk about. The question that we've got is, are they going to be pushing that boundary with that main event match? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. However, across the knowledge of AEW, we've also got the fact of what we revealed earlier, with the fact that we've got Paul White, who's actually now a part of AEW. What are your thoughts on that?
See, I had a bit of dip in audio then, so you'll have to repeat that.
No. What are your thoughts of Paul White being in AEW?
Oh, well. When it was announced, I just thought, what a good signing that is. He's not doing anything in WWE.
Yeah.
And we all know that the Big Show's already been frustrated in the past with storylines and all that bollocks. Heel, face, heel, face, heel, face, heel, face. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, you know how frustrated he is over that, the fact that he even took a jab at it.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be interesting to see the Big Show, or as you say, Paul White, as Paul White, rather than just this big guy that can choke slam you and knock you out with one punch.
And do you know what the scary thing about it is? He's showing the fact that, and the weird thing about it is, when he actually made his debut, I absolutely like his new T-shirt, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's really cool.
No BS.
May purchase one of them myself.
Yeah, I might have to join in on that one. No BS. Now, the scary thing about it is, what made me laugh is with the internet, with using the power of the internet. I've even turned around and looked up. I spotted a image that someone put out. I was like, if that actually happens, it'd just be really. Someone turned around and said, if WWE ever fires Braun Strowman and Byron Saxon, he could join AEW as part of the BS Club.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
true.
What the hell?
I could see a lot of WWE talent looking towards AEW. It's a good alternative to the usual PG shit.
Which the problem, and this is the problem I have with WWE lately, is the fact that with AEW they're telling a story, but they're not just disconnecting it. They're actually connecting the dots here and there, and they're not treating the fans like idiots. Now, recently...
No, they are treating the fans like idiots. That's what you mean.
No, I'm saying AEW aren't.
Oh, AEW aren't. No,
that's what I'm saying. I was just about to say,
certainly
certainly are. And I know everyone's thinking, well, could you show us an example of it? How recently can you show us an example? Here's one for you, and it's from this week on SmackDown. Murphy. He's been off TV for how long? Quite a while. Weeks. And what was he doing the last time he was on TV for WWE? That was right. He was feuding against somebody, wasn't he? Who was he feuding against? That would be Seth Rollins. He wants to stand on his own, on his own 2 feet, be his own person, and he wanted to basically end, Seth and have nothing to do with him. He's now back, and who's he lined up with? Seth Rollins, trying to put in a promo out saying, "I'll help you with Cesaro, with the Cesaro situation." Why would he help with?
Yes.
Why would he help with the Cesaro situation when, for
Yes,
almost the
ladies and
entirety
gentlemen.
of last year, he was trying to kick his teeth down his throat?
This is continuity at its worst.
Yeah.
It really, really is. Now, if anybody wants to read our Elimination Chamber Fallout, you will see that I still have not watched it. And why do you ask, have I not watched it? Well, certain results were spoiled for me, and as I state in the blog, I would rather try to shave my nutsack with a snapping turtle than actually watch that pile of shit.
And bearing in mind that if you read my review, which was a very thorough, I didn't exactly give it great ratings, did I?
No. It was one of them shows that has been shoehorned in to, fill the gaps between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Please stop it. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. I hate it.
Doesn't
Go
make sense.
away.
Where's my monster?
Where's my fucking monster, you bastard?
Yeah. And the problem I had with it was the fact of they just kept shooing in a lot of things, and
too much. They're shooing in far too much.
And they're having little mistakes happening here and there. They're having little things. They even are having NXT. It's now even affecting NXT. But we'll get to that later, because I've got a rant about one situation that's recently occurred with the WWE that will be... It's not a full rant. I can understand why they've done it, but at the same time, I also have to sit there and say, why?
Yeah.
But anyway, back to
AEW, yes. Back to AEW. Paul White, blah, blah, blah.
Paul White.
Excellent signing. Love it. Brilliant.
Excellent signing. And the best thing about it is, when he came out and he's talking, did I see some genuine smiles from him?
Yeah, something that we don't see that often from Paul White, and that's a genuine smile. Somebody that's actually enjoying watching wrestling again.
He's turned up to another company, and he's sitting there saying, "Well, it's not just him. He's got he's got a news scoop where he's basically saying that someone is signing with AEW.
Yeah, exactly.
That is Hall of Fame worthy, was it?
Yep.
Now, speaking on that, we'll move on to that now quickly. The Hall of Fame worthy one. We've got our thoughts on who it could be.
Yep.
Have you got yours?
I have.
But
I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to go first because the weird thing about it is mine isn't exactly yet a Hall of Famer, but he should be. He should be Hall of Fame worthy.
And he was actually at his tag team partner's Hall of Fame speech.
That he was. And he's somebody who actually returned to WWE during the Royal Rumble.
Which was actually one of the biggest shocks of the Royal Rumble, to be fair.
Exactly. Absolutely heartwarming moments as well.
Yep.
And when that person came back, it broke the internet. Who's he going to be feuding against? Who's he going to be up against? Is he going to be up against Big E? Is he going to be up against this person? Is he going to be doing this? Is he going to be doing that? Is he going to be tagging with Edge? And that's probably just spoiled who he is.
Yeah, we're talking about Christian.
Or if he is joining AEW, he'll be known as Christian Cage.
Which is probably one of his better personas.
Yes. Which I will say, it's going to be interesting if it is him. But then at the same time, I'm also going to be heavily questioning WWE to say, you've got him, you had him, and you did what with him?
Nothing. Niente. Nada.
Zilch.
Nothing. Nout.
You've got somebody who is hungry for wrestling, who is ready to help, possibly even help mold the next generation, and you've got him doing nothing.
See, don't you find it strange that wrestlers that have actually injured their necks, like Edge, Christian, rumours of Paige,
Yep.
they're all coming back.
Yeah.
Now, Paige, obviously, that's questionable, but oh God, would I love to see her back. Oh.
She's ace.
She's just brilliant.
No, she's
brilliant.
Brilliant. Loves the wrestling business. Really
exactly.
does.
And broke her heart when the WWE fucked her over. But, anyway, digress. So, it would be nice to see other wrestlers come back who have suffered with injuries, like Christians and Edges and Pages and Daniel Bryan. It would be nice. But it just makes me wonder. If we're bringing back all the golden oldies.
Yeah. Scary, isn't it?
What's going to happen with all the new talent?
Yeah. Scary, that is, isn't it?
I mean,
that's... Yeah.
Your theory is pretty good because it's, potentially future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
In Christian.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, he deserved to be in
already
years ago. Yeah. He should have been put on when Edge was introduced.
Yeah, he should have been. It should have been Edge and Christian, potentially.
Yeah, well, that's another Hall of Fame, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that could be, yeah.
So that it could be twice that they put in.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely agree with that. Definitely.
But, I mean, I get your logic, and yeah, I'd love to see him back. I'd love to see him wrestling again full time because since TNA, I actually missed watching him wrestle because he's a really good wrestler. He's got the charisma. He's got the. Do you remember he's like at the WWE? Do you remember the Phantom of the Opera music that he had?
Christian.
Yeah,
Christian!
exactly. I didn't ask for a fucking embarrassing intro.
Sorry.
You will be.
Okay, can continue.
Yeah. So, he's reinvented himself quite a lot of times.
Yeah.
Just like Jeff Hardy, just like Matt Hardy.
And
they're all of that era, and they're fucking brilliant.
It's the fact that when he can play a really good villain, and he can also play an absolute charismatic face. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he call himself Captain Charisma at one point?
Yes, he did.
And that's what I mean, and asking where his peeps are and everything. But he's genuinely an entertaining person. He doesn't even. The other thing about it is he could sign up with AEW and not even wrestle. He could even be a manager. He's that entertaining. He's got that much entertainment in his body.
Yeah, because he's just like MVP.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. 100%.
Doesn't wrestle like MVP because,
Yep. Everyone's different.
Everyone's different. But, when it comes to the charisma and, having a good in-ring awareness and the ability to put on fucking really good matches.
No kidding.
So I would love to see him. But, I have another theory.
Yes. But the scary thing about it is your theory can actually link with my theory at the same time.
Yeah, it could.
And the weird thing about it is they've actually been linked together, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They've been linked in the past before. With some absolute great comedy there as well.
Yeah, they have. And that was back in the TNA days.
No, not even TNA days. I mean, I was even talking WWE days.
Yeah, well, I kind of don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about WWE.
No, I'm just saying it was still good regardless when they were mixing it up against each other or even with each other. It was good. It was entertaining. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Anyway, please continue.
So my theory is that I had my suspicions that it was going to be none other than our Olympic gold medalist, or should I say the United States Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, because he's been teasing that he's in phenomenal shape.
No kidding.
If I could be in his shape, or even 50% of that shape when I'm his age, damn.
Exactly, and be careful with the maths, because we've got a bit of a math subject later on.
Yeah.
Which we'll explain later.
So, obviously, I'm thinking Kurt Angle because he actually posted a video not long ago of him putting on his in-ring gear and, teasing us with to be continued at the end. Now, we all know Kurt Angle. He lives and breathes wrestling.
Yeah, he does.
And he's just... I'd love to... I reckon it's him. I really, really do. Because Sting's there.
Yeah.
Paul White's there.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not Kurt Angle?
And do you know what the scary thing about it is? Either one of ours we'll both be happy with.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be happy with either one.
I'm happy either one. And in case if anybody turns around and says, but how good is Kurt Angle? This is how good he is. He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Sorry, had to.
Yep. Another one with a broken neck.
Yes. And that was before he even got involved in WWE.
Where he had more injuries.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It just goes to show that wrestling is not ballet.
No, it's not ballet. If it was ballet, you'd be paying to see something like the Black Swan does WWE. It just doesn't work.
Checks payable to the Penny Truth, just in case.
Yeah. Copyright on that one, biatches.
I just thought I'd just throw that one out there then.
Copyright.
But the scary thing about it is, it's just building and building and building. And what makes it even more scary is what's been going on with NXT versus AEW Dynamite.
Yeah, because obviously we're talking about AEW getting another 1 million views.
Yes.
We now understand that a certain company has decided that they can't compete with them anymore on said night.
So, what does that mean? Are they saying, Could we take that as, oh, we'll let you have this one? Or is it more or less of, yeah, you're beating us? How would you think it should come across?
Well, I think this is what ties into your other subject of your rant at NXT.
Yes,
and that is, I really, really do. I believe that Vince has probably looked at NXT and gone, why are we not beating AEW? Now, out of the two, with regards to talent, female talent, NXT wins.
Yeah, definitely. Well, no. You know what? No, actually, I disagree, because AEW's got some great female talents. It's just they're not being aired. It's not getting aired. That's my problem.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just they're not being aired. They're not on display. It's like a pay-per-view service to watch the women's division, unless you're Abaddon or someone like that, the champion, the women's champion. It's more superior NXT is when it comes to that.
In case if anybody wants to know, really, how can you say that? Take into account this week recently that we've just had. What did we have on AEW this week? we already covered it. We had Paul White. We had Shaq, being involved in AEW, who, by the way, 100% props for.
Yeah.
Because
kudos to Shaq, because damn.
Two things that pop into my head in that match that I can't forget. One being that powerbomb he did on Cody.
Yeah, I thought he got powerbombed straight back through to the other side of the earth, if I'm being honest.
It was one of them. Thump. I think he just killed Cody.
So I used to look up to your dad, or down to your dad, and now I'm literally killing his son with a powerbomb.
Let's just say this. I believe both of us were holding our necks, weren't we?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Taking a powerbomb is never the easiest thing ever.
No.
But, damn.
Yeah. And you sit there and think, oh, how's Cody going to give him a receipt?
He ain't going to give him a fucking receipt. He managed to get his own back. He managed to get his own back, yeah.
That's what I mean, the receipt.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, what a way to do it, though. And all I'll just say to you is, I didn't know Cody could jump that damn high.
As the saying goes, who said that white man can't jump?
He was like, whoa, what the hell?
Oh, dear.
Picture perfect crossbody. And everyone's there thinking, oh, that's going to be easy. Yeah, not when Shaq's on the edge of the ring.
Not when he's on the edge of the ring and Shaq is like a 7-foot monster.
Yeah, monster.
Fucking monster. Give me my Shaq monster.
Damn right. And the scary thing about it is, Cody run at him with some speed, hit this massive crossbody. Shaq went flying backwards through 2 tables.
Yeah, exactly. Now, kudos to Shaq. That is no easy feat. It really is not.
And bear in mind, did he even look back?
No, he didn't. He didn't flinch. Shaq is a massive dude. You know what I mean? And you are not going to be able to look at someone like Shaq and say, I can win this clean.
Yeah.
Even Cody Rhodes.
Took him serious.
Yeah. So, they've clearly been training for that match for a long time.
Definitely. And do you know what the scary thing about this is? The real big scary thing about this, more importantly. WWE said no to Shaq.
Yeah, I know. What's that? They'll have people like fucking Tyson Fury.
Yep.
And, he's a big dude, but he's a boxer. He's not a wrestler.
Yep.
He did all right. At the against, was it
Braun Strowman?
That was it. Braun Strowman. Who was it? Brock Lesnar faced.
Cain Velasquez.
That's it. Even Velasquez. Where the fuck's he gone all of a sudden?
He's not contracted anymore.
No, he's not contracted anymore because he's fucking shit. That's why.
No, he got let go during that mass release, and plus he had during his training he also got injured. That's the reason why the match was so short.
Oh, for God's sake! Anyway, I don't care. Crap.
Moving on.
Stop it.
Back to it.
But yeah, you've got all these celebrity matches that we've had before, and we've all looked at them and gone, "Oh God, what a pile of shit." This one actually had, some decent fucking spots and content in it, so.
And I don't think he's done.
No, I think, if anything, Shaq could easily wrestle.
Yeah.
He could be a wrestler. He needs some work. He needs some, bit more in-ring time.
He's not perfect.
He's not perfect. He's a little bit rough around the edges, but damn it, he's a fucking basketballer, man.
He's an athlete. He's an athlete of raw, and straight away he can even rip off from a certain, former Kevin Nash. He's full of, diesel power.
Yeah.
He's built like a unit.
He's built like a brick shithouse.
right? Anyone who turns around and says, I can outpower Shaq. Really? Look at the man.
Look at
He's
the
a
man.
behemoth.
It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Some people's logic is just beyond me, but whatever.
Genuinely, and you can tell he's got a love for the wrestling business.
Yeah,
Genuine
rather than being shoehorned. It could be worse. He could have finished with basketball when Vince fucking Russo was around. Can you imagine that?
Not touch. Nope, not going there.
What I want to do is I want Shaquille O'Neal to come running in with a basketball and bounce it off his head, knocking him, and rendering him unconscious.
No, I'm not biting.
And then I want you to pin him straight after.
I'm not
for
biting.
The 1, 2, 3, and then you win the World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm not biting. We're not going there. Nope, not biting. Nope. nope. Not,
Yay!
No, I'm not biting. But the scary thing about it is, and this is how much I've got to give props to Shaq. The whole build-up, the whole thing. At any point, most celebrities wouldn't have done as much the work that went into it. I mean, the whole interview with Brandy Rhodes, when she threw water in his face. How many celebrities have you seen go through stuff like that in wrestling? Are willing to get themselves humiliated on TV?
I think the last person I saw would have been Austin and Mike Tyson.
Was that really humiliation, though?
No, I'm just saying, like, the one that showed more interest
but
what he was doing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that played into both their strengths. But the point being is, how many celebrities are willing to put are willing to let something humiliating happen to put something over?
Well, it'd be your B and C class celebrities, won't it?
It'd be more of your lower class celebrities and everything. But the thing is, regardless of A class, B class, or C class, or anything, Shaq didn't. He in his mind, he just thought, let's do what's best for business.
Oh God, I just had a nightmare.
Go on.
Oh, can you imagine if this potential future Hall of Famer is like what was on the WWE many, many moons ago, and we all remember this said person because we hated her fucking guts. And do you remember Snooki?
No.
Oh, God.
No, that never happened.
Oh, God.
That never happened.
Can you answer me one question? Was she from Jersey?
She was in Jersey Shore.
Oh, my God. Annoying voice, annoying personality. Can you imagine if that thing made a comeback?
No. I think she's done with the wrestling business. But anyway, the point being is it's somebody. It's from what we've heard from Tony Khan. It's someone who the clues he's been giving. It's a favorite worker of his, a favorite wrestler. He said so we know it's male, unless that was just Tony Khan pulling a bit of a red herring.
Yeah, it's like pulling a fucking rabbit out of someone's arse.
But the point being is, still, it's all interesting. It is all interesting. It's all good. It's entertainment.
Everything so far, putting it into perspective now, everything so far at AEW is all good. It's going in the right direction. It's signing decent talent. It knows what to do with the talent, unless it's female.
Yep.
So I'm genuinely excited for the future now. If they can just shoehorn in the women's division onto the main TV show, I'd be absolutely ecstatic.
He'll be done. Chef Kiss done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And rumour has it that they are getting more television hours as well. But we'll have to wait and see on in regards to that. But anyway, we digress. But anyway, back to what we were originally talking about, which was AEW versus NXT.
Yeah.
Let's just not beat around the bush. NXT is potentially moving to change nights. Potentially to a Tuesday. Now, everyone's just now thinking, oh, blah, 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 is that going to be hitting their ratings? Now, yeah, it could be, AEW's ratings is going to go to the roof. Now, for NXT, that's going to be a bit of a rating booster. But then that means the feud changes. Would you believe that?
Yeah, it does change. It actually changes the dynamic. Now, I think this is actually quite insulting to Impact Wrestling.
This goes from NXT versus AEW to now NXT to Impact Wrestling. And I feel it's a little bit unfair, the fact that they're now moving over to Tuesday. It's almost like the WWE, NXT is saying, WWE over NXT is saying, we can move to Tuesday. We've got no competition. Really? Really? And I hate to say this, but they need to be prepared, because Impact could be throwing in some nice surprises lately, especially with the extra deals that's been going on lately. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, New Japan,
AEW.
AEW, Impact Wrestling, potentially future talks of ROH.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
That's what I mean. And we're getting some interesting matchups, because lately I've also been checking in on Impact from time to time, and it's been some good watching TV on there.
Yeah.
Okay, how they've got how they do their shows a little bit differently. Having no audience at ringside and just hearing the noise does break up a little bit, and may not be for everyone, but the ring action is still very, very good.
Well, that's why MSK moved up to sign contract with WWE, because they felt like they weren't getting enough for the performances.
Yeah.
But, like I say, it is what it is. MSK are a decent team, and they just wanted to be better than Impact. But, obviously now, potentially, Impact could be beating NXT. And if that's the case, oh dear.
So MSK are now going to be competing with their former workers. And would you like an interesting fact right now? That's going to slip into the potentially the next topic in regards to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody noticed that MSK hasn't gone for the tag titles yet?
Yeah, I have noticed that.
Do you know why?
I don't know why, but yeah.
You're going to be angry at this one now.
Oh dear.
One of them is injured.
Oh, I can't get angry at that.
Broke their hand in the match. In the Dusty Cup final match.
Did he?
Yeah.
I wonder when he did that then.
That's why. Can you remember when they did that angle where the grizzled young veterans attacked them?
Yeah.
That was why.
Ah, right, okay.
Because one of them was injured, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, well, that makes sense then, doesn't it? Because that puts it into perspective. Because we were sitting there scratching our heads a little bit.
Right. Then we've got the whole shabockle with the women's one.
Yeah. Just don't spoil that one for me, because I am in no mood to talk about Nia Jax.
Oh, it gets worse.
Well, if it gets worse, leave it alone.
All I'm just going to say is WWE is as infected. That's all I'm just going to say for that. That's how bad it was. However, William Regal being William Regal, the awesome general manager, the guy who can pull out a bad situation and make it even better.
The love of my life.
Yeah. Has basically he's basically made out NXT's better than WWE, almost.
Okay.
But I'm saying it like this because no spoilers.
Yeah.
You asked for no spoilers.
Yeah, I'm just scratching my head a little bit because NXT is part of WWE. Anyway, don't matter.
No, it is. But the way the way they've done the booking, it's almost like WWE are letting NXT be them. You know, they've done this little thing, but it's almost like they're trying to push them into their own direction, which is what they need to do now.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
But we'll digress a bit later on. Well, it may do, and then we have the other mess up that happened recently. Now, we've got that. We're not got no spoilers, but anyway, would you like to know? Would you like an interesting fact about what's come out this week? A new rules come out this week.
Yeah, another interesting rule.
Which I can possibly understand why it might have come out. Possibly.
Now, we're not ones for normally breaking kayfabe, but I'm sorry, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. We're not one to break the facade, and we know some of you who will probably be crying at home going, but it's real to me, damn it. Of course.
And just bear in mind, we've already said that wrestling is no ballet dance, but
at the same time, it's a performance.
Yes.
It is. Now, what I find so stupid is the fact that WWE have tried to hide this. But unfortunately, I believe it's Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and I found out this information. That on NXT this week, in gorilla position, there was a sign. Do you know what the sign said?
The sign said... I don't know. What did the sign say? Because I haven't watched NXT.
No slapping. No thigh slapping.
Now, if anybody doesn't know what a thigh slap is, then...
Hang on.
You must be living under a rock, because if you're a fan of Shawn Michaels, you'll know.
If you're a fan of Adam Cole,
you'll know. If you're a fan of the Young Bucks, I pray that you're not, but if you are...
you definitely know.
You will definitely fucking know, because them two are a pair of slappers.
If you're a fan of Ricochet,
if you're a fan of Ricochet,
or anyone who's in the cruiserweight division,
you will fucking know.
Basically, what we are referring to is WWE is saying that when they're doing their big Jey Uso, we forgot about mentioning main event Uso, didn't we?
Yeah, the Usos.
Yeah, the Usos, of course. But anyway, point being is they're saying that when they're doing certain kick moves, that they shouldn't be having slapping their thighs to make the noise sound better. Now, half of me can understand what W is possibly referring to, and probably putting the aim on a certain two individuals from AEW, which is the Young Bucks, because we know how much they do too much, and probably Kenny Omega with his V-trigger. Basically, they're saying that you shouldn't be slapping your leg; it should just be them hitting it. Now, to some degree, yes, I can understand that, and it doesn't always sound as cool. If it's mistimed, it can be, a bit match breaking and everything. But at the same time, when you see Shawn Michaels hit a super kick, what do you normally hear?
You normally hear,
You normally hear a it's almost like you hear it's like boom.
Yeah, like his boot has just literally slapped them across the face.
And the lower jaws is through their skull. In case if you want a good reference of how good of a super kick that he can do, ask Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
Need I say more? Or Rey Mysterio. Need I say more? Point being is, it's a lot of the cruiserweight division when doing certain moves. I can understand a bit of the idea. It's a gimmick kick. It doesn't make. I know they're probably saying it doesn't make sense. Okay, it might not make sense, or it doesn't have the right noise that they want. But at the same time, it's like wrestling has that noise because a lot of people it's to bring people in. What are they going to be saying next? That The Rock shouldn't be doing theatrics before he's people's elbow,
or The Rock should never react to a Stone Cold Stunner? Are they gonna wipe that out of all the DVDs?
Are they going to be telling Austin not to give the middle finger?
Just, it's a massive. It's a big grey area.
It's a grey area. In some cases, yes, I can understand what they're saying.
I will admit that it is indie wrestlers that have ruined this.
Yeah, but do it makes it even worse? And this is the ranty part I'm about to get to. They're defining them for it. Per slap.
That's just ridiculous.
Per slap.
They're doing it. I mean, if you remember rightly, blading was taken out.
Yeah.
And Batista was on the end
of a fan.
Was it John Cena as well?
I think
was it Batista versus Cena?
Potentially. Oh,
in a cage match.
I think it was. But do you know another interesting fact as well? And this might make you laugh. That if you're producing blood in the ring in the match, right? Name me the one place you don't want to be bleeding in WWE. You don't want to be bleeding in the ring. And do you know why? If you get any blood on the canvas, you get fined $3,000. From what I've heard.
Fucking hell.
And in case you want to know where that's come from, Brodus Clay. From Brodus Clay, from an interview from Brodus Clay. And people actually asked why the hell, after he got hit by a ladder, he suddenly rolled out the ring. Because he's a big guy, he should be getting back in. The real reason why he rolled out the ring is because he didn't want to be fined. He didn't want to be fined $3,000 to have the mat cleaned. Now the question is at the same time is, does this rule apply for the lower cards, middle cards? Do the top tier guys get it? What happens when it's a first blood match?
What happens if it's an accident?
Case in point. If it's an accident, you pay it, is what they're saying. But bear in mind, there's one match that comes to mind when there's an actual blood spill that comes to my mind, and I'll never forget it. Ever. JBL versus Eddie Guerrero. I believe it's the bull rope match.
Yeah.
Never forget it because, good Lord, how much blood was there?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I also think that Austin's been in worse matches.
Yeah, but supposedly there is a rule that you can get fined. And do you know who's also been one of the biggest effectors of getting fined for blood?
Go on.
You're gonna laugh at this one. Who do you think is accidentally bladed with his bleached blonde hair?
Ric Flair.
Bingo!
I was just about to say, because he was always a fucking crimson mess, he was, wasn't he?
He's notorious.
He was notorious for fucking blading.
Yeah. I believe Piper has been on the receiving end of one before when it's been done by Hardway, which does happen. But the point being is getting charged $3,000 for dropping a bit of blood. It's like, well, does that come out their wages? Does that? No, it doesn't come out their wages. They're fined on the spot. On the spot.
Because they can just pull $3,000 out their arse pocket, can't they?
But last time I checked, now they're being fined for this. Okay. But name me something. Would that be? They should be able to find their own full employees.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the fucking contract thing now, aren't we?
Yeah, but we'll leave it there. Basically, they're independent contractors, so shouldn't they? Why is it that when it comes to suiting them WWE's needs to be able to punish them, they are under their employment? Second, it comes to rewarding them. Ooh, you're an independent contractor. You're not under our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Anyway, less on that.
Move on, because you can tell I've just gone very, 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 very...
Moving on. But, anyway, there is one more topic I want to cover. And it's to do with a mistake that WWE have done that AEW could end up actually gaining from.
Mm.
And it would actually be to do with the whole third-party streaming.
Mm.
What happened during that process, because we know that Paige hasn't given up hers, one other person was punished, wasn't there?
Mm.
Selena Vega.
Yeah, Selena Vega, the same Selena Vega that's been, touted to go to AEW.
Potentially, that's what this is. Another thing that WWE is they're trying to crack down on, and there's loads of things. But anyway, we know that there's talk of Selena Vega going over to AEW. It's just a matter of when. And but the scary thing about it is it might not even be actually AEW that she ends up going to. Basically, she's got the whole independent scene at the moment right now. But my real question I've got for WWE is, Aleister Black anybody?
Yeah, another one that hasn't been on our screens for God knows how long.
And it's getting worrying. It's getting worrying, and yet he's not the longest one yet on the list yet. Who's not been on the screens, still under contract.
Hmm.
Do you know who one of the longest ones is?
Jinder Mahal.
Longer than Jinder Mahal.
No idea.
Here's a clue for you. Why don't you ask Bray Wyatt?
Well,
I'm not saying Bray Wyatt. He's related to Bray Wyatt, though. Bo Dallas.
I forgot he even existed.
Yeah. He's still under contract.
Thought he fell off the face of the earth.
Yep, he's still under contract with full pay.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, well, shit happens.
And bear in mind, he also escaped the whole other one being let go. His father didn't, I don't think. But I think his father's now back in. But that's my point. Anyway. We digress. We've digressed anyway. Shall we move on to our next subject?
Yes.
The epic wrestling moment.
Oh, is it a doozy?
Oh, it's a doozy. And let me just say this. I'm just going to put out a bit of a warning right now. We apologise for this epic wrestling moment if it hurts your brain. If you're very good at maths, it's going to hurt. If you're someone who, when you're trying to do the math calculations, are wondering how he got to this situation, we apologise. We're not the one who actually made the numbers up.
Yep. And when we say made the numbers up, we actually being serious.
Yeah. All I'm just going to say, it involves Scott Steiner.
Yes, the genius that is Scott Steiner.
And this was during the days when I believe he was in TNA.
Yeah.
It was leading up to a TNA heavyweight title match at Sacrifice between Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. And would you like the full promo?
I think everybody deserves to hear this.
And I apologise if I butcher it because I'm too busy laughing. Well, if I get the numbers wrong. But anyway.
You can't get the numbers wrong. You already fucking did.
He already did. But anyway. We have the interviewer, which is Lauren. And you got Scott Steiner with I believe P.T. Williams. And all you hear is from Lauren, Scott Steiner, it's going to be a three-way for the TNA heavyweight title at Sacrifice between you, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X-Division champion P.T. Williams take on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. Scott Steiner. You know they say that all men are created equal. But you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 and 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance and you got an 8 and 1/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we was to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice.
Oh my God.
See, but I'm going to break it down for you, for all you ladies. Would you rather be with me or would you rather be with Joe? Lauren then states back, well, I think Joe's kind of nice, you know. Scott Steiner immediately interrupts. See, you're one of those girls that likes romance. I'm going to talk to all my freaks out there. Would you rather come home to me, a genetic freak, to be satisfied every night, or go home to that fat ass Samoa Joe? See, tonight we're going to win, and I'm going to be world champion at Sacrifice. Come on, PT. And at which point, P.T. Williams just says, hey, Scotty, just like you always say, a big papa pumps your hookup. Well, the Maple Leaf Models is who you need to look up. Holler if you hear that.
Genius. Absolute genius.
Where did that happen? How did that happen? What is it with Scott Steiner and saying the word fat asses?
I want to know what it is with Scott Steiner and cutting pure gold fucking comedy.
In case if anybody is not very good at maths, them numbers don't match up.
Yeah, they kind of don't add up. It didn't add up within the first fucking sentence of it. just the first part of it when you said there's percentages and you're just like, yeah, straight away you're 5% off there.
It's like, is it 5? Is it 3? I'm not even going to go down that road. I'm not even touching that.
No, brain hurty.
My brain already hurts enough from just hearing it tempting. And yes, before you even ask, I have not pulled this off memory. Hells no, I'm even attempting that.
Yeah, by the way, he does use Google. I told you he uses Google.
This was not from Google.
And I can now rest easily, not that you all know too.
That was not on Google.
Google.
That wasn't on Google. I didn't get it from Google.
Google.
And what makes it even more funny is where it's actually from. Is where I've actually got the whole script from. From genius.com.
Who?
Genius.
Jeeves.
Genius. GENIUS.com.
Oh. Fucking hell, fire. Wow.
Yes.
Fucking knew he was I always knew he was a serious baller, but wow.
Yeah.
Fucking rocket scientist too. Amazing.
Yeah, but genuinely, he had. Oh, good lord! You had to mention rocket science, didn't you?
Yep.
He has even attempted that one.
Oh my god.
That one I'm not even touching.
Oh,
he has attempted it. All I'll say to you is, if you want comedy gold, give Scott a mic. Let him work his magic. And the funny thing about it is, at least he makes sense. You can actually hear what he's saying.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't add up.
It doesn't make sense. But yeah, genuinely, all I will say is, as you can imagine, throughout that me trying to read that, I'm heavily trying not to laugh. Heavily. But to even attempt them numbers. Wow.
You just wouldn't. Just fucking no. Genius, not Scott.
Although, I will say, he is an entertainer.
Yeah, he's an entertainer, but just stop.
And he's also someone who I've actually seen get a pot from swearing on a British show. Would you believe that?
Well, considering that you've had Gangrel ask you if you like My Little Ponies, then yeah.
There is that true. There is that, which to this day, I still can't get out of my head. And bear in mind, he's also looking like he's dripping blood out of the side of his mouth while he's asking me this.
Nice.
It's like, hey? But anyway, genuinely, that is absolutely hysterical. Genuinely, please don't ever change, Scott. Absolute comedy genius, and is somebody who I will say is definitely not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Whew,
Actually, no. Let's not get into
no,
that.
Let's not get into that because that could be just getting on to the reasons why he isn't on there could be an entire episode.
Oh God, yes, could.
But for me, one of my funniest Scott Steiner's promos that was accidentally overheard inadvertently during WWE was when he stormed to the ring and he's meant to be cutting a promo and no one's got a mic ready for him. You know what's coming now, don't you? And this was live television on Raw. The camera's panning out to the crowd and all you hear is, Give me the fucking mic.
That's just typical Scott Steiner, though, isn't it, really?
He is that famous that if, he gets a... This was at PCW when I saw him. He got a pop for swearing.
Child-friendly shows, mate. You don't normally hear it. I also remember a certain wrestler saying on a certain particular show local to us, which shall not be named, and calling his opponent a prick and getting a pop.
Would this be the same person who mistakes his shoulder and elbow?
Yeah, he does get confused between his shoulder and his elbow, so,
Cut him some slack.
Can't cut him any slack on that. Come on.
No, I meant on the first part. The shoulder and elbow. No, oh no, hell no. He's not getting any slack on that. Definitely not.
Oh, well, he was working for a shithead back then, so,
But anyway, we digress. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'd normally go into a non-wrestling topic, don't we?
Yeah.
Normally.
I can't really think of anything. I mean, next... maybe leave it till next week.
Well, I've got a non-wrestling topic to briefly just give a bit of an update. I know we have been promising TBT games, but it is currently still being looked into and trying to be worked out. Once we have got the finishing touches and got the look of it and got the general feel of it, we will be announcing it. The next time we talk about it, it will be most likely to say we are doing it this week on this day at this time.
Yeah. We are set up for it, more or less. It's just
finishing
time.
Touches. It's finishing touches and time.
Because it's not easy to set up.
Yeah. And it's something that is time consuming.
Yeah, very. If anybody does game or watches any streamers and they think, oh, well, that looks easy, trust me, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Far from it.
No, it isn't.
But we are looking forward to be able to provide you with that sort of content. So, just bear with us and we will get there.
And bear in mind, you're lucky, aren't you, Irvine?
Am I ever lucky?
Yes, you are, because you're not the one who's been roped into where, you haven't been roped into having your first lot of streaming being picked for you. Or don't you remember?
Actually, I did. I did get roped into it, remember?
Oh, yes, you did, didn't you?
I did. Do you remember a certain listener called Teak?
Yes, I remember now.
Decided that I was to be tortured alongside you.
Well, or more likely at my expense.
At your expense, yeah.
Yeah. No, you're going to be tortured by having to watch me, and I'm going to be tortured because I'm more likely to be screaming like a little girl.
Oh, I so can't wait for that. I can't wait.
And in case if anybody wants to know what game series that I've been roped into playing, it would be the Five Nights at Freddy's series. Let me just point this out to you. I don't have the complete series. I am on Xbox, so I've only got from 1 to 4. Even so, I'm still going to be absolutely bricking it. When we actually get round to be able to do it. But we will be doing that, but we will be doing other games, of course, as well.
Yeah.
So, with all of that, I think that's going to be a nice way to wrap up. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, I would totally agree.
In case anybody wants to know what plugs were, and everything, just check out our links page, of course. We've got all of our links already covered. Always recommend checking out your local wrestling promotions. be it either UKWA, FCW, United Wrestling, Future Shock Wrestling, Academy Pro Wrestling, Fallen Star Wrestling, Venom Wrestling Federation, Wolfen Pro Wrestling. I believe that it would be the Barracks Academy Wrestling.
Yeah.
Of course, and many, many others. In case, if we missed any off, there's a Babyface Wrestling app for it. You can check out our website, which is the Burning Truth, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. You know what's on. You know what's most likely going to be on there. We've got probably you're listening to us on there either live. You could be listening to past episodes. You could also be listening to some of the interviews, which are actually getting added now. And we've also got our blog, and we've also got the the links page, which we've got all of our plugs on there, of course. Agreed?
Naturally.
We have also you can also support us, if I'm not mistaken.
You may support us by visiting our site and checking out our merch page.
Our merchandise page. And what can you do with merchandise?
My merch!
I was just about to say, what can you do with the merchandise on the merchandise page?
Buy my merch.
Buy his merch, or translation, buy our merch. Buy our merch.
Our merch. Not for
Ex-
doggies.
Or no comment there. No comment. We may have even another slogan somewhere for no reason. I have no idea why. It just seems like we're getting slogans all the time.
Yeah, I can't help myself sometimes. Really can't.
Pretty much. And of course, I've got one more shout out to give out.
And she is currently live.
She is currently live, and unfortunately, normally, many of you might know, whereas we normally jump onto a quiz ourselves, and we normally do. Yes. In case anybody wants to know what the quiz is, that would be the Alice Who the Quiz is Alice, which is on Facebook. It is live every Sunday and is always entertaining. We do recommend you check it out.
Giggity.
Anything you'd like to add on to that?
I'm not saying a word.
Why not?
Shut up, Matt Burns.
Why not?
Because you always win by cheating on Google.
I do not cheat on Google. Is this because someone asked you to dress up as Dolph Lundgren once?
Shut the fuck up.
Or was it Hulk Hogan?
Testicles?
What is it with you and Dolph Lundgren? What have you got against him?
I'm not being sad on him.
You're not being sad on him?
No. You're being sad on me.
I'm not being sad on you. I'm not being sad on you. It's not like you're going to be the Punisher or anything like that, are you?
Oh my God.
What?
I'm the Punisher, all right, baby. I'm the Punisher, all right.
Next he'd be saying if he dies, he dies. But anyway, let's move on.
Swear to God. I swear to freaking God, I'm going to come into your room and slit your fucking throat!
Calm down, Almo. Calm down.
Swear to
But
God.
anyway, we digress. You can actually catch it on social media, of course, as well.
You can catch us on Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter.
Oh God, excuse me.
It's all right. Twitter.
Yeah.
We have
Twitter.
also got YouTube. Each of us are on TikTok, and you can listen to past and current episodes, be it either with the website, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Amazon Music, Amazon Music.
Good.
I just butchered that one. And then we've all, of course, got Google Podcasts.
Google.
We, of course, also on iHeartRadio as well.
Ooh.
As well. And many, many other sources.
Many
And we do
other
mean
sources.
many other sources. And before we wrap up, I will just like to state as we know that we're not just being heard just in the UK, and we'd like to say thank you to all the listeners who have been listening to from around the world.
Yes, and I do apologise, not for my behaviour, not. That is all.
I thought he'd be like that. Anyway, genuinely, we appreciate every listen that we get. Genuinely. So, with that, let's now move on to our usual, regular, weekly mental health message.
Would you kindly?
I will do, thank you very much. What we will state is that we know that certain people may, you may be not having the best time, you may not be in the right place or frame of mind or anything, but always know this. It is okay to be not okay. But at the same time, don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Because asking for help is never a weakness, and you can end up finding out that people, you're more likely are going to find out that there is more care for you around you when you do actually reach out.
Agreed.
Genuinely, the amount of help that can be around you, be it from a family member, a friend, a colleague, hell, even a stranger can actually surprise you and provide some great help as well.
If you could see me right now, you'd be able to say that I'm waving at you.
Yeah.
We are them strangers.
And we've always got our inboxes open, available to anyone if they are struggling. Our inboxes are always open. If we are just, even if be it either if you want to talk about the burning truth or anything, or just want to have a quick general discussion about your day. We are here.
We are here. We will get back to you.
We will do. And genuinely, we always recommend, I do enjoy this quote. It is from Cultaholic, from Tom Campbell. Genuinely, it's a great quote. Never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits.
And if you could be anything
in this world, genuinely, especially at this time, please
be more kind.
If there's anything you can be right now. And of course, make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, it's necessary. And of course, we always recommend you to please follow the, I believe it was Progress's #1 rule, but we've also incorporated into the burning truth.
Yeah, and that is, don't be a dick.
Pretty much. Don't be a dick. And of course, the last message, which will be excellent to each other. And with that, we hope you all stay well, stay safe, and we'll hope to catch you on the next episode. Check out your local wrestling promotions, be it either on their social media, and of course, reach out to a family member, a friend, a colleague, or someone you haven't spoken to in a while. It can end up helping them out in a big, big way. And with that, that's a wrap up for this week's episode of The Burning Truth. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Matt Burns.
And I've been Glenn Quagmire. Giggity.
Really?
Oh! All right. I've been James Irvine, for God's sake.
Of course, he has been James Irvine. It has been emotional, and we'll catch you next week.
Goodbye, sweet little pigs.
Until then, stay safe. Catch you later.